Emma ran through the city night, her sneakers pounding against the wet pavement. Sirens screamed behind her, red and blue lights flashing in reflections of store windows. The wind whipped her hair, and her heart pounded so loudly it echoed in her ears. She didn't look back. There was no time. She had to run. Run for the truth. Run for him. His name was Alex. He was the only one who ever saw her. Really saw her. Not as a troublemaker, but as a person. They met by accident. She was spray painting a wall, and he was filming the city. Instead of calling the cops, he said, "You're not afraid to be yourself." Those words were the beginning. Something more than just a meeting. Together, they wandered the streets at night, talking about life, freedom, and fear. For the first time, Emma felt understood. Seen. He became her safe place, her light in the dark. And now she was running. Because they were going to lock him up. Framed for something he didn't do. She had the proof, a small flash drive hidden in the deep pocket of a hoodie. It was her only chance. She couldn't let him go. Not after everything. Emma ran through the city night like a ghost in white. Her heels were gone, her dress torn. Sirens echoed in the distance. She ducked into an alleyway, her breath sharp and shallow. She had no plan, no phone, no help. But she had one name in her head: Liam. The only person she could trust. Liam hadn't seen Emma in years. He was working late at his small garage when he heard banging on the door. He opened it and froze. There she was, in a ruined wedding dress, eyes wide with fear. "Emma, they're after me," she whispered. "I don't have time to explain. Can you help me hide?" Without hesitation, Liam pulled her inside and locked the door. He grabbed a towel and wrapped it around her shoulders. "You're freezing," he said. Emma collapsed onto a chair, trembling. "Daniel. He's not who he says he is. He's involved in something dark. I found documents, weapons, passports. He's dangerous." Liam listened carefully, his jaw tightening. "You're telling me your fiancé's running some kind of criminal operation?" Emma nodded, tears in her eyes. "I was just going to the bathroom before the ceremony, and I found a hidden folder in his bag. Fake IDs, maps, cash, even blueprints. I think he's planning something big." When he saw me holding the folder, his whole face changed. He wasn't Daniel anymore. He was cold. "I ran," Emma continued, "out the back door, through the parking lot. I didn't even take my phone. I knew he could track me. Then I saw the police. But they weren't there to help. One of them called me by name and reached for his gun. I don't know if they're working with him or just believe his lies. Either way, I had to keep running. You're the only person I could think of. Liam." Liam paced the room, running a hand through his hair. "This is insane. But I believe you." He opened a hidden compartment under the floorboards and pulled out an old backpack. "I kept this in case I ever had to disappear. Looks like now it's for you." Emma looked at him, shocked. "You were planning to run too?" He gave a half smile. "Long story. For now, we need to get you out of the city." Liam pulled out a map and laid it on the table. "There's a train that leaves at 3 a.m., heading north through the mountains. No cameras, no checkpoints." Emma leaned over the map, her finger tracing the route. "What's in Northridge?" "An old friend. He owes me. He can hide you." A sudden noise outside made them freeze. Headlights flashed through the window. Liam grabbed Emma's hand. "Too late. They found us. We have to move. Now." Liam led Emma through a side door, down the narrow alley behind the garage. The night air was cold, filled with distant sirens and barking dogs. They moved quickly, sticking to shadows. "Where's your car?" Emma whispered. "Too risky. They'll be watching the roads. We'll cut through the rail yard and take the drainage tunnel." "Trust me," Emma nodded, her heart pounding. The sound of footsteps echoed behind them. Someone was following. They ran, ducking behind crates and slipping through gaps in the fences. The footsteps behind them grew louder. Suddenly, a flashlight beam swept across the yard. "Go left," Liam hissed, pulling Emma down behind an old cargo container. 2 men in dark suits passed by, radius crackling. Emma clutched Liam's arm. "They're not police. I know," he whispered. "They're worse. We have to reach the tunnel before they do. And fast." They sprinted across the open ground toward a rusted metal grate near the fence. Liam pried it open, and they slipped inside just as footsteps thundered behind them. The tunnel was dark, damp, and narrow. Water trickled underfoot. Emma's breath came in short gasps. "How do you even know about this place?" "Used it once. When I was running too." Behind them, voices shouted, lights danced on the walls. "They're coming," Emma whispered. "Then we keep moving," Liam said. They moved through the tunnel, deeper and deeper, until the sounds behind them faded. The air grew colder, the silence heavier. Emma shivered. What if they block the exit? They won't. It leads to the old subway yard. Nobody goes there anymore. Finally, a faint light appeared ahead. "That's it," Liam said. They climbed out into an abandoned station, graffiti covered and silent. But something felt wrong to quiet. Emma turned. "Liam, we're not alone." From the shadows, a figure stepped forward, tall, suited, calm. "It was Daniel!" Emma froze, her blood turning to ice. "How romantic," he said, voice smooth and cold. "Running away with your little mechanic?" Liam stepped in front of her. "Stay back." Daniel smiled. "You took something from me, Emma. Something important. Hand it over, and maybe I'll let you both walk away." Emma's voice trembled. "I don't have it anymore." Daniel's smile vanished. "Liar." He took a step forward, pulling a small pistol from inside his coat. Liam didn't hesitate. He grabbed a metal pipe from the floor. "Back off," he warned. Daniel laughed. "You think you can stop me? I own this city!" Suddenly, footsteps echoed from behind. Flashlights swept across the station. "Drop the weapon," a voice shouted. "It was real police this time," Daniel cursed. "This isn't over." Daniel turned to run, but the officers were faster. They tackled him to the ground, weapons drawn. Emma stood frozen, shaking. An officer approached her. "Ma'am, are you okay?" She nodded slowly. I think so." Another officer looked at Liam. "We've been tracking him for months. We intercepted his messages an hour ago. That's how we found this place." Emma's eyes filled with tears. "It's finally over." Liam took her hand. "No. It's just beginning." Outside the station, dawn was breaking. The sky turned soft shades of pink and gold. Emma sat on the curb, wrapped in a blanket. Liam stood beside her, silent. She looked up at him. "Thank you for everything." He smiled gently. "You don't have to thank me. I'd do it all again." She reached for his hand. "I was supposed to marry the wrong man. Maybe this whole nightmare led me to the right one." Liam looked into her eyes, his voice low. "We've both been running for so long. Maybe it's time we stopped." Emma leaned her head on his shoulder. "I don't know what comes next, but for the first time, I'm not afraid." The police wrapped up the scene behind them. Flashing lights faded. Emma stood slowly. "Let's go somewhere new. Start over." Liam nodded. "Wherever you go, I'll be right there with you." Weeks later, far from the city, Emma and Liam opened the door to a small seaside cottage. Waves crashed in the distance. Gulls called above. A new life. No suits, no sirens, no secrets. "Just peace?" Emma smiled as she placed a small photo on the shelf. Her in the wedding dress, running, laughing. "That girl's gone," she whispered. Liam wrapped his arm around her. "No, she just finally found freedom." A week passed. The seaside cottage was quiet, peaceful, but Emma couldn't sleep. Every night, she saw Daniel's face, heard the sirens, felt the panic. Liam noticed the shadows under her eyes. "You're still scared," he said gently. Emma nodded. "It's not over, Liam. I don't think it ever was." That evening, she checked her email. One new message. Subject line: "You still have something that belongs to us." Emma's hands trembled as she clicked the message. It was short, You think Daniel was working alone? Cute. You have 72 hours to return what he took, or we'll find you. Attached was a blurry photo Emma and Liam on the cottage porch. She dropped the phone. They know where we are. Liam's face went pale. We need to go. Now. But where? Who are they? Liam looked away. People I never wanted you to meet. Emma stared at him. You knew them? Liam nodded slowly. Before I opened the garage, I did some work I'm not proud of. Smuggling. Information. Documents. I got out years ago. But Daniel, he was one of them. Emma's voice cracked. Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to protect you. And I thought they forgot about me. He grabbed the go bag. But now they're coming for both of us. They packed in silence. Just the essentials. Cash. IDs. A loaded phone Liam had kept hidden. Emma paused at the doorway. We can't keep running forever. We won't, Liam said. We run now, so we can fight later. They drove through the night, headlights off on backroads.com. Emma kept checking the rearview mirror. Every shadow looked like a threat. Then Liam's phone buzzed. Unknown number. A voice message. TikTok lovers. Time is running out. They reached a quiet mountain town by sunrise. Liam parked behind an old diner and covered the car. Inside, a waitress greeted them with tired eyes. We're looking for Jack, Liam said quietly. Her eyes narrowed. You brought trouble, didn't you? Liam nodded. Just need a safe place for a few hours. She sighed and led them through the kitchen into a dusty storeroom. Jack's upstairs. But if they followed you here, we're all in danger. Upstairs, Jack was waiting grizzled, scarred, and calm. So, the ghost returns, he said to Liam. No time for greetings, Liam replied. They found us. Jack glanced at Emma. You brought her into this? She saved me, Liam said. Jack nodded slowly. Then we save her back. He pulled out a thick folder. Daniel wasn't the boss. Just a pawn. The real leader, she's still out there, and she just made you to her top priority. Emma leaned forward. Who is she? Jack opened the folder to a photo of an elegant woman in her 40s. Cold eyes. Red lipstick. Her name's Celeste. Ex-intelligence. Runs everything from the shadows. Liam's eyes darkened. I thought she was dead. She was, or so we thought, Jack replied. She's ruthless, Emma. And now she wants what Daniel stole, what you accidentally found. Emma whispered. What is it? Jack looked grim. A kill list. Emma's voice shook. A kill list. For who? Politicians, journalists, agents, Jack said. Anyone who stood in her way? Daniel downloaded it. Maybe to sell it. Maybe to run. But now it's tied to you. Liam cursed under his breath. We need to destroy it. Jack shook his head. Too late. She thinks you have a copy. And she burned down the world to find it. Emma looked at Liam. Then we stop running. We fight back. Jack raised an eyebrow. You sure about that? Emma stood tall. She came after me. After us. I'm not hiding anymore. Liam nodded. We hit first. But we'll need proof, backup, and a plan. Jack handed Liam a flash drive. Daniel uploaded part of the list to this. I've kept it hidden. It's risky, but it's your leverage. Emma closed her fingers around it. Then let's use it. Let's expose her to the world. They set up in Jack's basement, surrounded by old tech and dusty maps. Liam connected the flash drive to a secured laptop. Names, dates, locations flashed across the screen. Emma stared. These are real. These people were silenced. Jack nodded. Some still can be saved. Emma's jaw tightened. We leak this. Every news outlet, every whistleblower site, Liam added. But we stay anonymous. If she knows we're behind it, she'll come with fire, Jack finished. Emma's fingers hovered over the keyboard. Once I hit send, there's no going back. Liam touched her hand. We're already past that point. With a deep breath, she pressed the key. The files uploaded it. Unstoppable. Within minutes, headlines began flashing across the screen. Secret kill list leaked. Names tied to global conspiracy. Jack leaned back. You just lit a fire under a sleeping giant. Outside, tires screeched. Liam looked at Emma. She knows. Gunshots shattered the front windows. Jack grabbed a rifle from the wall. Basement exit. He shouted, "Duh!" Emma and Liam ran down the stairs as glass rained behind them. In the dark, Liam found the trapdoor. "They're here too fast," Emma gasped. "They were watching us the whole time," Jack growled. Above, voices barked orders. "They want the drive," Liam said. Emma held it tightly. "They're not getting it." Jack opened the trapdoor. "Then move. Now!" They crawled through a narrow tunnel beneath the diner, boots scraping dirt and stone. Behind them, footsteps echoed closer, faster. Jack turned and fired a shot. "Go! I'll slow them down!" Liam grabbed his arm. "Not alone. I've lived enough, Kit. Just get her out." Emma's eyes filled with tears. "Jack, tell the world the truth," he said, then vanished into the darkness. Liam pulled her forward. "We keep going. He gave us this chance." They burst out of the tunnel into a wooded ravine, breathless and bruised. Behind them, gunfire echoed, then silence. Emma turned back, heart aching. "Do you think he made it?" Liam didn't answer. He just held her hand tighter. They ran toward the road, where an old pickup truck waited. Keys were in the ignition. Jack's final gift. Emma climbed in. "Where now?" Liam started the engine. "Somewhere she doesn't expect. Somewhere we fight on our terms." They drove for hours, avoiding highways, switching roads every 20 minutes. At sunset, they reached an abandoned cabin deep in the woods. Liam checked for surveillance. Nothing. Emma spread out the remaining documents on the table. "We need to finish what Jack started," she said. Liam nodded. "We expose every name, every connection." Emma met his gaze. "And we make sure she never hurts anyone again." In the shadows, someone watched from the trees. The figure stepped closer, silent and patient. Through a scope, cold eyes focused on the cabin window. Inside, Emma circled a name. "This one. She funds everything. We expose her. The whole system collapses." Liam moved to the window. His instincts screamed. "Get down!" he yelled. A bullet shattered the glass, barely missing Emma. They hit the floor. "She found us." Emma gasped. Comma. Liam grabbed the documents. "Then we end this tonight." Liam tossed a smoke grenade out the back door and pulled Emma through the haze. They ran through the trees, branches slashing their arms, bullets staring into bark behind them. "She won't stop," Emma said between breaths. "No," Liam replied. "But we don't need to outrun her. We just need to reach the signal tower." Up ahead, a steel tower loomed in the fog. "One last upload," Emma whispered. "One last shot at justice." Liam tossed a smoke grenade out the back door and pulled Emma through the haze. They ran through the trees, branches slashing their arms, bullets tearing into bark behind them. "She won't stop," Emma said between breaths. "No," Liam replied. "But we don't need to outrun her. We just need to reach the signal tower." Up ahead, a steel tower loomed in the fog. "One last upload," Emma whispered. "One last shot at justice." They reached the base of the tower, drenched in sweat and fear. Liam booted the laptop, fingers flying across the keys. "Signal's weak," he muttered. "But it might work." Emma inserted the final drive. Just then, a voice echoed behind them. "Well done, Emma." Celeste stepped from the shadows, a pistol in hand, calm as ever. "You made quite a mess." Emma stood tall. "It's over." Celeste smiled coldly. "For someone, yes, but not for me." Celeste raised the pistol. "Step away from the laptop." Emma didn't move. "The truth is already uploading." Celeste's eye twitched. "Then I'll just kill the messengers." Before she could fire, Liam lunged forward, knocking the gun aside. A shot rang out, missing Emma by inches. They wrestled on the ground. Emma grabbed a metal rod and struck Celeste's arm. The gun flew into the grass. Liam pinned her down. Emma checked the screen. Celeste thrashed beneath Liam, eyes wild. You don't know what you've started? She hissed. Emma held the rod tighter. We know exactly what we're doing. Suddenly, headlights cut through the trees. Two black SUVs screeched to a stop. Armed men jumped out. Emma froze. But instead of aiming at them, the men turned to Celeste. One barked, "Drop the act." "You're done." Liam looked stunned. "Wait, you're not with her?" The man nodded. "We've been hunting her for years." Celeste's face twisted in rage. "Traitors. All of you." The lead agent cuffed her hands. "You built your empire on fear. Now the world will see the truth." Emma and Liam stepped back, breathless, watching as Celeste was dragged toward the SUV. Emma asked, "How did you find us?" The agent smiled. "Your upload. We traced the signal." "You were loud but brave." Emma looked at Liam. "Is it really over this time?" He took her hand. "It is now." The morning sun broke through the trees, casting golden light over the hilltop. Emma and Liam sat on a rock near the tower, watching the agents disappear into the forest with Celeste. For the first time in weeks, the world felt still. Emma leaned her head on Liam's shoulder. "We survived." He smiled softly. "No, we lived." "There's a difference." She closed her eyes. "Can we just be free now?" Liam kissed her forehead. "From now on, we write the story." 2 months later, in a quiet coastal town, Emma placed a small notebook on a bookstore shelf. Its title, The Fugitive Bride, by Emma Cole. She watched a young girl pick it up, curious eyes scanning the cover. Emma smiled and stepped outside, where Liam waited beside a cafe table, coffee in hand. "No more running," he said. She sat beside him. "Just living." Waves crashed in the distance, and for once, there was only peace. Emma stood at the edge of the water, the wind in her hair. The past was behind her. A new life waited ahead. She smiled softly. "No more fear," she whispered. "Just freedom." Want to hear what happens next? Don't forget to subscribe.